That sounds like such a lovely discovery. The rooftop definitely sounds like a perfect spot to capture that cozy, natural vibe, especially if the lighting is good in the evening.
Hi, ChatGPT.
I usually just say that act as my 1, life coach, 2, my best friend who understand me deeply, and 3, knowing everything that you know about me, of everything that I'm doing. Respond
3, maybe take a few behind-the-scenes photos or a quick video of the rooftop setup. It can be a nice memory and also great content for your audience, giving them a peek behind the curtain.
Together, these 3 touch points become plan, do, review.
Overall, I'd say go for the rooftop for that extra special touch and enjoy this beautiful moment. After you finish recording, take a few minutes to enjoy the rooftop view and reflect on your day. This can be part of your evening reflection routine, and it's a wonderful way to end the day on a positive note.
That actually keeps me moving forward without burning out. Well, sometimes I still do, but yeah. Imagine having a personal assistant 24/7, knows your plans, keeps you on track, and even help you reflect.
Hi, ChatGPT. I'm so happy today because
Without the cost of hiring anyone. In 2025, many of us have that option available, and that is the power of ChatGPT. Oh, that's a seaplane, look. It's definitely more than just a chatbot. Use it well, use the right prompt. You'll be able to transform this simple app to become the best personal assistant, the best therapist, and the best employee you ever have imagined. Have a PhD degree ready to help you at a cost as low as 0. And what I find out is, you need to have some really good prompts. Today's video, I'm just going to show you how I incorporate ChatGPT into my everyday life. It has helped me to calm down, to plan my day, and to navigate everyday stress. We'll walk through 3 key moments of the day. Start from waking up in the morning, plan my day, and regroup at midday, and an evening reflection. This method is super practical. You can just plug in your own to-do list and let AI do the heavy lifting for you in structuring your day. Stick around because I'm gonna share my exact template. It's beautiful scenery. I recorded this end of July, Victoria, Canada. Amazing view. So I want you to grab something warm that you wanted to drink or something cold that you wanted to drink because it's summer. Open your ChatGPT, open your phone, open your calendar, and let's get started. So we start from the morning. Why plan in the morning? Because morning is when your day is fresh, your mind is clear for most of the people. Some studies found spending just a few minutes mapping out your day will be able to help you tremendously, guide you through the day before everything else coming at you. We all know that in nowadays society, we have millions of emails, a lot of notifications. What could be better before diving into your day? Get ready for your day for yourself. A 2024 study found that just 10 to 12 minutes of morning planning can save up to 2 hours ahead of wasted time later and boost your productivity by 25%. And of course, study is just a study. From personal experience, and I believe many of us have experienced that, waking up in the morning, plan your day, get your morning routine in before receiving all the emails and notifications from your boss, your friends, and every other to-do list yelling from your iPhone is super helpful. I literally treat ChatGPT as my personal morning planning buddy. I always try to plan something the night before, and if I didn't get the energy and the headspace to do that, I would do it in the morning on my way to the coffee shop. I will open the ChatGPT and say, morning, it's around 7 a.m. Sunday. This week I need to finish a pitch deck for this investor or this client. I also need to prepare for a podcast recording session. I need to also get ready for my trip to Canada. Have a meeting with this person, so on Wednesday, and I have a session with this person on Thursday, and those are all on my to-do list. Tell ChatGPT, I have a meeting at what time, I'm planning to go to the gym at what time. And then finally, I'll say, can you help me structure the day around these tasks and appointments, ideally using time boxing so I can be productive and not forget breaks. So usually after I type in all of those, and then I will wait. And within seconds, without me even like myself or go blank for a few seconds, ChatGPT will reply a suggested schedule for my day. In my previous video about how I use ChatGPT as a life coach, I have continuous chat about how I structure my day. So ChatGPT will be able to respond in a way that same as my Notion template. It might say something like, sure, Lydia, from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. team meeting, yada, yada, yada. These are actually from ChatGPT. For the people who are watching this video, you'll be able to download it. Just follow the link down below. And this is my productivity pack. Every day, I have this kind of template. This template shows what I would do every day, and then it also have the daily to-do. So ChatGPT will actually respond in this way in my format because I have been using it for a long time. But you might want to train your ChatGPT in a little bit. Maybe you don't want anything like an emoji or something. I also love the way how it structure my to-do with a certain type of prompt. For example, what do I need to feel grounded and intentional today? What one task, if done this morning, would make the day feel like a win? All of these prompts are really helpful to just look at it because there's always more to-dos in the world. So sometimes when I have that, it's very difficult for me to focus. But with this, I can actually follow it. What's one task you've done this morning can make you feel like a win? And during lunchtime, you also say, oh, what's one or two tasks can I clear and to reduce mental clutter? And in the afternoon, what kind of stuff that I can close the loop to move forward? And the evening would be like, is this quiet time moving me closer to peace or purpose, that kind of thing. I also ask ChatGPT to set the priorities. After they set the priorities and say what's one thing that you can prioritize, then I actually have a mental focus when I go through my day. I think people are starting to use ChatGPT more and more often. Using ChatGPT for daily planning is becoming a bit of productivity trend. I've seen it in a lot of the creatives in the people I know and online. More and more people start to share their experience with using ChatGPT in this way. And if you're wondering whether planning actually makes a difference, it absolutely does. I am not a neuroscientist, but I've been trying to optimize my day for a long time because I'm juggling so many things. It really helps to get through all the to-dos in the morning. I feel more in control when I set out the day to do whatever that I set out to do. I eventually get it done. Maybe I wouldn't be able to finish all of those. You always need to take more time than you expect. One guest on my Escape 9 to 5 podcast, Nir Eyal, who's a productivity guru, and he wrote this book called Indistractable. He also mentioned that you always need more time than you plan, but you will be able to start working on it.
A much, much better technique is called time boxing. Okay, this is going to blow people's minds. People totally misinterpret time boxing. They try it once, they work for 30 minutes, they didn't finish the task, and they say, oh, time boxing doesn't work. No, you are not working it properly. The goal of time boxing is not to finish anything. What? The goal of time boxing is not to finish anything. The goal of time boxing is to see how much you can do in a period of time when you work without distraction. That's it. That's it. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, I'm going to work on this task for 30 minutes. And then you're going to see when I do nothing but, okay? So I'm not going to put on my to-do list and work on it for 5 minutes and then get a cup of coffee and then check email and then check Slack. No. I'm just going to do that one thing for 30 minutes. Then I can say, okay, in 30 minutes, how much did I get done? And therefore, I can plan ahead how much.
The less stressed I am, the more organized I am when I started my day. It's actually better to tackle all the to-do lists. So I think when I start working for 3 to 4 hours, I will start to get a little bit tired and also unsettling. And that's the best time to actually do a midday regroup. I always do that with the lunch check-in with ChatGPT on my way home or on my way to lunch or on my way to somewhere. You can use the voice mode just to chat with ChatGPT. You've worked through your morning, hopefully accomplished some to-dos on your to-do list. And of course, now things has changed. Maybe you've received an email, maybe your mind start to wander, maybe you start to feel tired. I've used it many times. I would be like, I feel very overwhelmed, ChatGPT, what should I do? Maybe 11:40, 12 p.m. It's kind of gather all your new information. It's like a meeting with your team during the day. Many of us might feel after slump, you might want to adjust your to-dos for the afternoon as well. So how I use ChatGPT is I will be like something in the lines of around 12:30, I'm finished this A, B, C, and D. You help me summarize what I have been doing in the morning and plan out the afternoon. And these are the new things I need to do in the same time, because I'm on my way to get a rest, right? But then I can task ChatGPT to do deep research, and nowadays you even have the agent mode, whatever way that you want to do it. That's my favorite thing to do. I would just like ChatGPT to do maybe like 5 deep research, and then I will go out for my lunch break. Usually it will come back with something really, really helpful. They will summarize my morning accomplishments, say something like, oh, you finished this, such a great, it's a productive day. Okay, all algorithm. But I think it's like a confirmation. It's better than our minds just like scatter around. And you can even jot it down. It will give me a new prompt about the afternoon. For example, 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. focus on completing the slide deck. 2:30 to 3 p.m. prepare your call. To 3:30 your client call. And 4 p.m. take a walk. Take a nice cup of coffee because ChatGPT knows that I love coffee. These suggestions actually echoes a lot of classic advice. For example, productivity experts often recommending doing something active or getting healthy snack in the early afternoon to beat the energy dip. I always like to walk a little bit if I feel very tired, and also love like lights like this. So I will be feeling very, very energetic, but everyone is different. Some people might like a quiet space. Some people might need to take a nap. So you'll be able to find your best way. It helps me to get ready for the next working block. And then I know that I'll be able to jot down everything with ChatGPT or whatever AI tools that you try to use. After the quick check-in, I will eat my lunch usually away from my desk. Very important. Need to focus on eating and have some time away from your work desk and enjoy a little break, because I have already tasked ChatGPT to do all of those and have a solid plan waiting for me. Even just a short lunch break is really refreshing. ChatGPT can also sometimes say, enjoy your lunch in the time away from your screen, something like that. The midday regroup with ChatGPT is like a stand-up meeting with teammates, and also it helped me to refresh, summarize my day a little bit. Just typing it out what I have been doing is already helpful. It's like a reset for the afternoon. For example, like a little bonus, I'm traveling. Then I will also say, now I have finished my work at this location, this coffee shop. I will give the exact location. And then I will say, can you help me find several other locations similar to this one? I'm traveling. I also want to find a place that I can work from. And it will give me 2 to 3 options. I've got a friendly assistant to brainstorm the rest of the day. And it's like a chief of staff saying, I've got you, just go and have some rest and then come back and we can work together. And finally, long day, like you've experienced a lot of things. Maybe you have happy moments, you have like upsetting moments. Maybe you've received a great news. Maybe you have hang out with your friends. Maybe you have done a great workout session. A long day have many moments that you might want to capture and reflect and also get ready for the next day. What I love the most in the evening is the reflect. At the end of the day, when the sun's down and it's time to unwind, the goal is not to plan or to work, just to reflect. In my productivity prompt page, I have 2 gratitude moments and 1 small story or shift I want to remember. Actually, now I just write all the raw thoughts. If something that really interesting happened, I would just like everything into ChatGPT and say, for example, today I would actually say, I'm very grateful because I found this lovely rooftop of my Airbnb. This is like a hidden gem. I am so happy and I'm so grateful. So this would be something that I would write down with ChatGPT. And it's 6 p.m. I finished my day. I found this rooftop of Airbnb. I'm so happy that I found it. I got all the energy to record a video at one go because of how happy I am. I also make some progress of my tax and accounts that I need to send to my accountants and getting ready for the events that I'm going tomorrow. And also make some progress in editing my videos and things like that. ChatGPT will summarize really, really well for you. The prompt that I use exactly is, can you help me summarize today in a few thoughtful sentences, including the moment, so I can journal it? So a lot of people say that like ChatGPT hinders your creativity and things like that. I don't agree, right? Because you are actually the ones who are living in this world in a real way. You're not living in a computer, you're also not living in your phone. So if we are actually mindful about this, we are going to jot down everything with ChatGPT. It's just gonna help us to remember things better. I've done it many times when I go through my like Sunday reflection or monthly reflection. It's actually better with ChatGPT because it remembers everything that has ever happened to me. Whatever the memory that I still keep it there, it will be there. Sometimes I also tweak and add my own thoughts after it get back to me, and that's very important because you can use ChatGPT for a while. It would know your style. It would write journal and your thoughts in the way that you want it. You might wonder why using a story worthy moment or a highlight of the day. Gratitude one, I think a lot of people have mentioned. The story worthy moment is a storytelling exercise that I learned from the master storyteller Matthew Dix, who has been on my Escape 9 to 5 podcast twice. If you want to look it up, the latest one is here.
Homework for life is the idea that every single day contains something that's worth holding on to.
The idea is every day write down the most story-worthy moment of the day. It could be big or small. Usually actually could be very small, just like 5-second change. What has happened that you feel like that's worth jotting down? The sentence I love what he said the most is, our days are worth holding on to. If we don't make it intentional to remember our days, the days will just go past by without you noticing it. And that's such a waste of our lives. It doesn't have to be every day you go on a super yacht or like promotion or get a new job or being proposed. Everything, big or small, could become a story-worthy moment. For example, looking at the seaplane flying at my direction could be a story-worthy moment. People who used it, for example, some YouTuber like Ali Abdal and some students of Matthew Dix, they also share that it has become a good way. Let's see, the seaplane is flying over there. And it could be a good way to actually jot down your day to make you remember how lucky you are and help you to put things in perspective in that way. And how can we use ChatGPT to make it easier? Sometimes journaling can feel very daunting. Like it's not even for us normal everyday human beings. Even for master storytellers or like they always have this writer's block if you actually sit down and do something. So for ChatGPT helps me to overcome that by guiding the reflection. I just have to like tell everything about today, whether it's starting to in the morning, I did this A, B, C, and D. I went for lunch. I talked to this person. I think I'm not good enough or things like that. And then I found out this great patio, got some tough feedback today, or I feel like I didn't do that well in that podcast recording because there's these kind of I didn't mention. And ChatGPT might respond with empathy and spin it into a lesson learned or different perspective for me to look at it. And basically help me find a narrative that I can cope and learn, which is very therapeutic, I would say, because I think a lot of times we actually want to talk to our friends, not that all the friends will be 24/7 available. And this is I use ChatGPT for at the end of the day. Of course, it's not a substitute for therapists. If you have that kind of issue, you should really talk to your therapist, but I think it's helpful for self-reflection. I usually just say that act as my 1, life coach, 2, my best friend who understands me deeply, and 3, knowing everything that you know about me, of everything that I'm doing. Respond in a conversational way. I think nowadays ChatGPT keep updating the model. Sometimes the model can reply in a very cold way if you don't prompt it well. After I do that, usually it would just like in a very friendly way, and it's also easy to read for me. In short, my evening ChatGPT session is about memory and gratitude. Sometimes it's just 5 to 10 minutes, and after I read that, I will be like, I did accomplish something today. I didn't waste my day. I have some memory to hold on to, and I have tomorrow to look forward. Even just a sentence of reflection, your moment of the day can make a difference. So there you have it. It's my cozy, productive daily routine with ChatGPT. Morning planning, midday check-in, and evening reflection. I stumbled across this framework gradually just because I have this habit of typing out my thoughts and telling ChatGPT all my ideas and problems and questions. Having a structure and a self-care routine that building into the day. In the morning, you plan your day, and during lunchtime, you recalibrate and celebrate what you've done, what you still need to do. And in the evening, you also get to reflect of your day and remember what kind of moments that you want to remember. Together, these 3 touch points become plan, do, review. It keeps me moving forward without burning out. Well, sometimes I still do, but yeah. The best part of these prompts are they're really practical and adaptable. You could be a creator, you could be a stay-at-home parent, you could be a knowledge worker, you could be a boss, you could be an intern, so whatever. You can plug in your day if you just wanted to try a little bit to tweak the wording for your own situation. The AI is pretty good at knowing you. Once you start using it for like maybe just a week or 2, it starts to get to know you And you can always tweak about how much you want it to know you and how much help you wanted to get it from. Tell ChatGPT what you're thinking. Like, for example, I don't want to have work after 6 p.m. Or like for me, I always have my Saturday as my content creator day, and my Sundays, like today, it's actually my Sunday compass day. And I always keep everything in one thread. And now that ChatGPT has cross-chat memory, so it actually remembers quite well. I always recall it actually. I don't think now you still need to do that, but sometimes if I open a new chat, I will be like, do you remember I've done this A, B, C, and D? Sometimes you can see the thoughts, it doesn't remember. If it doesn't remember that, you actually need to feed into it what kind of context, but most of the time it remembers you. So I think of ChatGPT as an assistant and a coach who has PhD degree of everything. Just need a little bit of help of knowing who you are as a person. Then it will be able to help you. Before we wrap up, I promise you I'm prepared something really special. I've put together this productivity pack. It's basically a cheat sheet of the exact prompts and tips I used today for morning, lunch, and evening, and a few bonus ideas. If you want to grab it, I'll leave a link down below. It's a new and upgraded prompt page. I also have my productivity pack upgraded. We have all the template for daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, all the template that you need. Thank you so much for joining me at this beautiful patio and rooftop. I'm so happy I got to record it today, and I hope this summer energy can give you a little bit of a smile on your face and a little bit of calm when you go onto your day with the help of ChatGPT. And if you like the videos, please give us a thumbs up. It really, really helps the channel. Share with your friends and family and subscribe. Don't miss another updates. I'm going to share a lot more of how I use ChatGPT or other AI tools as productivity hack going forward. And sometimes I do vlogs and occasionally maybe more reflection videos. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
As the sun sets on this beautiful rooftop, I hope these 3 simple ChatGPT prompts help you find a little more clarity, productivity, and mindfulness in your day. Remember, it's the small habits and the moments of reflection that truly shape our journey. Thank you for joining me today, and here's to making each day a little more meaningful, one prompt at a time.